Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today, January the 19th. So we did break through the range yesterday quite aggressively, actually, and shot through one level here, and we're kind of holding up to the bottom. But there is still another little zone that we're in at the moment. Now, there's a couple of things that are brewing. So the first thing that is brewing, as you can see, there's our previous swing low right here. And look where the oscillators are. So we have diversions. We have a crossover now of the moving averages. We've come back to test that break. We've come back to test a fairly solid area of what was support in November. So we want to see if that is going to hold. So for me at the moment, there is potential that the trend has reversed. And then there is another trend line that I think we need to pay attention to, which is this one here. We start dropping below the zone, that is going to be a situation of above and below the moving averages, which is just confusion again, and when we need to wait for a rejection of this area for a potential move to the downside. So just highlighting the weekly quickly, it's a big inside bar, but we're still stuck between the two moving averages. And if you look at, the three moving averages, now you look at that trend line there, and then we have this trend line, which could be a situation of us rejecting. But moral of the story here is we are consolidating. It's a big consolidation triangle at the moment. Looking at the weekly, we are consolidating. We've got a mixed bag of what should we call that? A mixed bag of chaos here on the oscillators. So nothing concrete on the weekly, and nothing really concrete on the 8-hour yet. This could just be a retest for another attempt at this, firstly 4,000 and then a break of 4,000. So in my opinion at the moment on the higher time frames, there's still no clear direction. So you're going to pick up your trend on the lower time frames. 3-hour is exactly the same, but here we have a little bit of divergence here. You can see the price making a low here. Sorry, no divergence here. Oscillators making a low, price making a low. But you take it from there, nothing. You take it from there, almost a double bottom. So nothing really happening on diversions. But we are testing the 155 here. And you can see big moves, smaller moves, smaller moves, smaller moves. So that's nice, solid price action. Now the question is whether this is going to hold or not. Moving to the hour. So this is where it starts getting really difficult. So we have broken through the moving averages. We've got a crossover here. So technically, I should be looking to go with the potential downtrend now. So trend could have broken, but I do need a retest of structure before committing to that. And I'm not going to pick up these two here. I'm going to pick up this swing high here. You can see it was almost a V reversal. So something was pretty aggressive that happened here. So that's the level that we're going to pay attention to, and that is 39.54, 39.55. You can see that also would test the 155 EMA. Definitely don't want to be jumping in short down here. So we're looking for a pullback. We get a rejection, that would give us the opportunity to short. Now obviously Thursday we do have data coming out. We've got quite a solid zone here of what could be support. And then you've got a bit of a flag forming here. So when you drop down to the 15-minute, you start getting another little bit of a picture. So let's just have a look at price action for yesterday. So obviously, as I said, 4,000 was a big level. We weren't breaking through. Just hovering above the moving averages. So ultimately, you're looking for longs, but that 4,000 level was the thorn in our side. That eventually got rejected here with a pretty big engulfing candle, but from my point of view, nothing here which would have told me I needed to take that trade at 39.94. So it didn't get the retest of that. It just dropped like a stone, which does happen. Sometimes you get into them, sometimes you don't. A lot of people would have taken the 5-minute chart here and put a range in. Well, we did have a range, but it's a bit deeper. They would have just tightened the range underneath these tails here and then got the bar closed, taken the risk because it's a break below the moving averages, and then put the stop up here. So that would have given them a 260 point stop loss, and then first target would have been here. Anyway, I don't like trading like that. I get burnt too much, so I always wait for the retest of structure. So just looking at the 5 minutes, we've got another grouping here, clear downtrend at the moment. So when we get on the 15 minute, what we're looking for is pullback onto structure for us to take another short. So we are 39.4. It has been tested already, but this level has not been tested, which is 39.41, and then 39.50 obviously in the middle here. So that's what I would be waiting for. Rejection of this zone, then nice tight stop loss, looking for a move down. Just be careful because that move is probably going to get to 39.11, and then 39.11 is the key. Drop below 39.11. I just want to get left here. Okay, so if we do manage to drop below 39.11, which I think there'll be a pretty big bounce off here, then you're looking just a little bit lower, is down here, and that is 38.97, and then I'd also add 3900 into the mix there. So that's kind of my view at the moment. You want to get a rejection off a level higher that would set up the move on the 15 minute. You need to keep your stops fairly tight because you are going against a bigger trend, which is on the 8-hour daily, weekly. And I'm just going to close off on the daily as well because that's something you need to pay attention to. We can see we've got a crossover the moving averages here. So triangle, big triangle forming. We do have a crossover here and they've separated, which does indicate a move to the downside, but I'd only really be interested on this for bigger shorts on the daily once we break below this bit of structure that we formed late in December. So we need to drop below these lows here. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of my view. Sorry, one more thing, and important to do this one. Get your Fibonacci, just figure out where the 50 and 61.8 Fibonacci is. And you can see 61.8 Fibonacci is just hovering down here and in this area of what we looks like we're running to test. So just add that in. It's going to be right there. And if you come back to the 15 minute, you will now see where your targets are. So 3 targets to the downside, two possible entries. And also we could just go sideways and then do the same as what we did yesterday, just break through the range. If it is a tight range like that, it's probably worth taking, stop above the range, take the entry below, and then you're looking for 39.11, 39.12, then you're looking at 3900, then 38.97, and then you're looking at 30.886, or 3.886 should I rather say. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view today. Does look like we're looking for shorts for the day. Just be wary that on the higher time frames, this is also testing potential reversals. So could be volatile as well, and a bit of data coming out to add fuel to fire. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.